to Bad Larry.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the modern X-Men series from Jed McKay and Ryan Stegman. I'm your host, Bad Larry, and something unique here, I've included the variant covers for this issue. And if you know me, my favorite is that Cyclops cover, even more than the standard one. I love how Temper is the only character here on the main cover, not seemingly scared or yelling. Sheila Freaky. This issue is titled Twin and revolves around the mutant twin teratoma thing living inside the human Piper Cobb. Let's check it out. This issue begins 13 years ago with Piper's mom at the doctor's office. The mom thinks she's having twins when the doctor says it's common for, quote, resorption to occur, basically meaning one twin consumes the other. Now there's only one baby. And that was that for Piper's twin. Here and then forgotten for 13 years. This unnamed teratoma mutant is unleashing itself from Piper Cobb. After 13 years, I guess it had enough and it's ready to bounce. It's a parasitic type entity needing organic material to control. So we see I circled in green the tiny little brown flecks. I think this is the actual being, leaving Piper and going to inhabit the dead Akanti fish-looking ship. And this thing is a real hater, just like typical sisters who are envious and competitive with each other. The mutant twin is mad jealous that Piper has a name, a body, a regular life, and so on. Piper's twin is on a full rampage. Her mission is to have people fear her because, let's be fair, she's been forgotten, unnamed, and unseen for 13 years. So the twin is breaking, or it's broken, and is now going to force everyone to see her, know her, fear her, or it. I guess I don't know if this thing has an actual gender or not. This is important for this story, actually. Quentin Quire, aka Kid Omega, went missing last issue. The X-Men are looking for him, but there are no traces anywhere. Where could he have gone off to? Zorn is an interesting mutant. My main thing is the X-Men mutants. That's what I like the most. But come on, there's so many. I can't know everything about every character. Zorn is just one of them. I guess he can sense death, but he can't sense any now, which means that most likely Kid Omega is still alive. He didn't die. Magic is impatient at best, and she is over this search and calls in some reinforcements from the limbo dimension. Magic now has some goblin demi-demons now out searching for Kid Omega. I need to get or make some of these little creatures to add next to my magic figure on my shelf. Magic gets an incoming distress call. Temper and Piper are on the run big time from a big time mutant parasite monster. That thing is UGLY. You ain't got no alibi, you ugly. You ugly. I understand there's a challenge in trying to create something that will eventually create nostalgia. Seeing Angel, for example, for the first time with his feather wings, that hits me in the feels. So trying to create that nostalgia with this character, Jen, who doesn't even have a hero name yet, I feel like it's reaching. I'm also not a big fan of Cyclops simply sitting at the desk like a dispatcher barking out orders. He should be in the field. He's the field leader. Jen has the audacity to say she can't fly and give feedback because she ain't an X-Man. Well, last issue said that as soon as Jen transforms into whatever creature, she's an expert at it. So she's an expert flyer. Cyclops isn't asking her to fight. Just keep flying. Keep tabs on what's going on. But Beast is all, she ain't ready. But Cyclops, or Psylocke gets it. Betsy gets it, tells Beast and Jen she needs to suck it up and just do it. As Temper and Piper Cobb are running, well, riding away for their lives, the Teratoma twin gets a psychic message from someone. Who could this be? The Teratoma twin mutant wants to eat her sister. But we get to see the real actual creature that is the twin. Looks like a talking turd to me. Oh boy, it's Cassandra Nova. It's talking to the Teratoma twin. Not good for our hero. She's a gnarly character. Cassandra Nova is telling the creature to abandon her vengeance on just Piper and go attack the town. Great. Now it's turned into an issue of Godzilla. Temper and Jen, yeah, I wish that she had an X name by now. Anyway, they both inform Cyclops that the monster is now heading towards the town. Not good. Magic and Juggernaut need to abandon their mission looking for Kid Omega for the moment. Zorn says he'll continue to look by himself along with Magic's little demi-demons. Cyclops is barking orders, and Psylocke and him are going to join the fight in the Quinjet. You gotta have a backup flying vehicle, you know? Nasty. Magneto's gotta get in a prosthetic. Because, you know, he got that virus from dying and being brought back too many times. But his powers are totally broken. I think, it's tough to say. I hate to say it. But Magneto is right now more a liability on the battlefield than an asset right now. Magic and Big Jugs teleport in, and Beast informs us that the Teratoma twin mutant has, quote, biokinesis or flesh manipulation powers. Not the first mutant to have this type of powers. Two others have also had this power set, so at least there is some data the X-Men can work with when dealing with this creature. The X-Men realize the monster is basically a 13-year-old angry and scared kid. How are they going to deal with it? The Quinjet to the Marauder is like a Porsche to a monster truck. The Porsche is definitely faster, sleeker, but that monster trucks just kick ass. I wish they still had the Marauder. It was so cool. Anyway, the storylines from the past issues are now affecting this issue because Kid Omega is missing. The only psychic who can try and reach the Teratoma mutant is Psylocke, and she just isn't as powerful in that set as Kid Omega. But she gonna try anyway. Psylocke is totally outclassed here, which I like. The stories are better when the situation seems more difficult to overcome. Cassandra Nova basically mind kicks Psylocke out, and now she is falling unconscious. Not good. Not only is the team's only available psychic down, but arguably the best fighter as well. But Temper is doing her best Odell Beckham impersonation. Fingertip catch! Cyclops is doing his very best to reason with this creature. His goal is to continue on Xavier's dream, help mutants. He doesn't want to hurt or kill mutants off, but Cassandra Nova is too deep in this thing's mind, and now it destroys the darn Quinjet. No. How are the X-Men gonna fly around now? They got a third backup flying vehicle in the shop, in the shed? Oh gosh, here is where Magic gets the X-Men in some trouble. Her impatient Russian ass says no temper tantrums and unleashes Juggernaut on the monster. Oh, gross, he ran right through it. This is what gets my nerves. I hate being watched, personally. I think there are too many cameras everywhere. It doesn't feel like you can just live life out there in the world. Anyway, so I don't like it when I know my team, the X-Men, are getting spied on as well. This son of a bitch Wire is peeping and a creeping. Responding back to Cassandra Nova and 3K. We don't know who this motorcycle helmet dude is, and we learn Wire isn't a solo operator. He has a team and is requesting permission to engage. Permission was granted by 3K. What's going on here? Juggernaut was not successful in taking the monster down. The thing just regenerated. So what are the X-Men gonna do now? Now this is plumb ridiculous. Wire's team is calling themselves the X-Men. How dare you? There's some interesting characters here. I'm very intrigued for next issue to see what's what with these clowns. On a side note, I've noticed recently that Jed MacKay or whomever is creating these new mutants or mutates are making a lot of the Delta or Gamma level mutants. These are characterized by the fact that they could not pass in society as human. Wire is definitely Gamma. Whether he's a mutant or mutate, that's to be determined. But Jen is definitely Gamma. I would consider temper, Delta or Gamma, with her eyes and streaks in her hair. And this new creature, the Teratoma mutant, is definitely Gamma. And it looks like 4 of the 6 characters presenting themselves here as the X-Men are Gamma as well. It is interesting the direction of having monster-like mutants drive the storylines versus alpha or beta level mutants like Boom Boom or Jubilee or Rusty Collins, who look like humans just with powers, and then trying to train them up to control their powers to be able to live in society. This series seems a bit like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with all the crazy new characters they're delivering to us. I like it though. Make sure to like, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Peace.